Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. I am playing with some paper rose, a little bit of hero arts, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. A friend of mine, Michelle Lupton, every year she does a bit of a challenge. And it is, hang on, I'm just going back in to have a look at it. It is hashtag challenge me a Christmas card and hashtag case me a Christmas card 2022. I wanted to make sure I had that right for you. This is where she will take one of my cards and she will turn it into a Christmas card. And I'm going to take one of her cards and turn it into a Christmas card as well. You will, at the end of this video, you will see her card, and I think I actually show it at another point on my phone. She did a pretty little watercolor card. Now I'm doing one that's a little bit more, I'm going to say a little bit more rustic, a little bit, her colors are more softer, sort of, they're blended in a little bit, so she's dabbed a little bit of colors other places, whereas I'm just going to do lines of the color and blend them in a little bit. So mine is, I think mine is a little bit more rustic than hers, but I love how it turned out, so hopefully you do too. So make sure, I will leave a link down below over to Michelle's Instagram, and if I know she's got a YouTube channel, and I will link that over there. I'm not too sure whether she's videoed this or not, but there you go. You get to see my card, and you'll get to see some of other cards if you pop over to Michelle's channel. Some other cards that she's done in, how long has it been going for? I mean, she's been doing it for quite a few years, but I think her case me a Christmas card, I can't talk, but that's nothing unusual, has started maybe this month in November. I don't know. I've got some watercolor cardstock here, some Versamark ink, because we're going to do a little bit of heat embossing. I'm just trying to make sure that down the bottom bit gets done. This stamp actually comes with, or has a die that you can make little doors, so to speak. You can just, like, you can open up the little presents, which is pretty darn cute. But today we're just going to use it as a background die. Michelle's card has the same sort of thing, but hers is a little bit, should we say geometric? If I remember right. I just had to pull up my phone to have a look. It's sort of, yeah, I'm going to say geometric, sort of florally sort of vibe to it. As I mentioned, she's got, the color is not quite so liney. Is that a word? As mine? But you're going to see what I'm going to do. This Arteza paint is awesome. This got sent to me from America. I won this, one of the only things I've won in my life, but I won this, and which is really, really awesome, because here in Australia we can't get Arteza products. Well, not that I'm aware of, put it that way. Not that I'm aware of, and not that it's readily available. There might be some people that do it, but I don't know. This cardstock was also in the pack. I do find the cardstock dries out quite quickly, but it does the job, and I love it. I have, well, we're going to go through a rainbow of colors. How cool is this color? Let me just, this color is Scarlet Red. I'm going to put a lot of water down because I decided, let's get this thing moving a little bit, but yeah, I love it. As I said, you know, I wanted it very arty, not just. Do you know what I'm trying to get here? Just a little bit rough, a little bit not quite that smooth sort of blend through it. I don't know. Let's just go with that. I had chrome orange, cadmium light yellow, spring green. Oh, I can never say this word. I'm not even going to attempt it. It's starts with P, Phthalo. I have no idea how to pronounce it, so I'm going to kill it either way, so we're not going to go there. But that word and blue, and the last colour we've got is violet, just straight violet. I'm adding a little bit more of the colour. This is sped up, so I wasn't quite so rough with this, but we've got quite defined colours, I think. Whereas Michelle is lovely and soft and pretty. But I just thought, we're just going to change it. This is the whole thing with casing another card, is get the inspiration off it, change a couple of things. Now, apart from changing it to a Christmas theme card, that's my only, changing the whole, the feel of it and being a little bit, the watercolor. And that's what I do. That's the whole thing about casing a card. It's not just straight from Strum It. There's a new word for you. I've got this crisp Christmas from Paper Rose. You can see I still have a ton of sentiments there and a ton that are already pre-cut. I decided this time to go for a white with black writing background because I already had the Merry Christmas. Got the Paper Rose sentiment strips and we're going to trim down. So I went for, as you can see here, we've got Merry Christmas. That is Paper Rose tall script. Yep, tall script Merry Christmas. And I just really wanted something like a Happy New Year or something along that lines. But we have From Our House to Yours, which I just thought was a nice little thing. A lot of my paints were just a little bit too much, over the embossing. I'm just taking a very fine little paintbrush here and just using some clean water and dabbing up the color that's over my embossing. I just wanted to make it stand out that little bit more. And I think you can see, hopefully you can see that it's a little bit more clearer than it was before. I've got some foam strips on the back of this. Yes, I like a lot of my foam. I like it to stay up. This one, I went a little bit more crazy town than I usually do. You do you, and that's perfectly fine. I had, with a little bit of watercoloring, you can quite often get, usually you get a little bit of warping of the actual cardstock. So I went a little bit extra just to make sure it was well and truly stuck and flat. I've got a little bit of multi-matte medium here, just dabbing some dots over my Merry Christmas, the back of my Merry Christmas, hoping that it's not going to ooze. You just need to make sure that, you're only doing little dots. Now, I haven't lost my tittle. It is still up in my, what's it called? What's this called? The negative. And what I'm going to do is use the background or the line around it, the outline, to place my dot down. Now it did move, but it's still on the outside. I'm just going to push that in. So I just place that back over, push it through. There you go. And I just got an acrylic block on that just to make sure it is well and truly stuck. So that's going to be it. Now you can see all the little dots. Most of them are pretty good and you can't see any. I'm going to add a little bit more glue just where my sentiment is yet again to make sure nothing really sort of slides out and oozes out. But that's going to adhere my sentiment down. Next thing, we've got a couple more things to do. just add my sentiment, my sub sentiment. And the lucky last thing I'm going to do is going to be adding, this is Michelle's card on my phone. So she had just a hello. And I love it. It was beautiful. I'm not worried about the difference in length there, in the depth with the vellum, because it's only very low. I've got some clear sequins. We're going to use a little bit multi-matte medium again. I am using, would you believe, I usually always use 5 because that is visually, an uneven number is visually pleasing. This time we are going to use 3 and 3. So it's still uneven. We're just going to have 2 lots of placements. That's all it is. I had an extra one that was stuck to my little sequin there. So we just pushed him off. And that is my card. As I said, I will leave a link down below over to Michelle's Instagram page and her YouTube channel. And check out her card. I'm really curious and really interested in see what she's done of my cards and how she's changed it around to make it into Christmas, because I've been doing a lot of Christmas, so she'll have to go back far. And that's it. Take care, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.